Hey guys, and welcome to our special Throwback Thursday edition of Gifted Monkey TV, where every Thursday, first Thursday of every month, we here at Gifted Monkey TV take a look at a vintage collectible, action figure or toy from back in the day. And when we come back, we're going to take a look at an action figure from way back in the day from Toy Biz. Remember those people? And it's going to be an 8-inch action figure of a certain Marvel archer that aims to be a great addition to your superhero collection.
Respect the monkey!
And keeping with the promise of the awesomeness on our Throwback Thursday, here we go. Right here from Toy Biz, Marvel's own Hawkeye. The Violet Avenger right there. There we go, Purple Avenger. Here he goes right here. Back in the days, for you guys that don't know, Toy Biz was a toy company, and they were like, really, through the 1990s, they were like the major toy company, action figure company game in town. We did have some stuff like McFarlane Toys and stuff like that. Very Kenner came around with some stuff, and Mattel chimed in too. But for nicely detailed action figures from superheroes, especially the Marvel brand, Toy Biz were the kids to beat in the early and mid 90s. And this came out in like 1998, I want to say, 97, 98. This came out. This was really a nice thing. They did a series called Famous Covers from Toy Biz. And what that was is they had 8-inch action figures based on famous Marvel comic book covers. So you'd have Spider-Man from a famous cover, and then that actual figure that was looked and based like that, as close as they could get, as based to that cover that they touted on this cover of their box. So that's what that was. And they had Iron Man, they had Scarlet Witch, they had Storm, they had Wolverine, they had Hawkeye, they had Captain America, and I think that's about it. They might have had Hulk or Doctor Strange, one or two others, but they didn't have, the line ran for only 1 year. And let's take a look at this box while we're looking at it, and I'll tell you more. This was such a fantastic box. This was back in the days when they put all the color on the box. They didn't really have action figures with cloth on them yet that were for superheroes. This predates Hot Toys and Interbay and all those pristine 12-inch figures that we now come accustomed to. This is before all that stuff. So this was kind of like a brand new testing, a brand new game in town to take an action figure and bigger than 6 or 5 inches and put it into a cloth outfit. Nowadays we have the Mezco 112, which is this is a variation of. But this at the time in 1998 was the only game in town, and Toy Biz really did a great job on this. On the cover we see the actual cover from the comic book that they wanted to base the famous cover on, which was the West Coast Avengers, which was a kind of a popular comic book back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, mid 80s. West Coast Avengers, when the Avengers broke off and went into the West Coast Division and East Coast Division, and Hawkeye headed up the West Coast Division with Iron Man and a few other, Black Canary and a few other people on the team in California. And they have a bullseye here. They have famous covers here. They have Marvel Comics right there, Avengers logo right there, a nice rendering, artist rendering of Hawkeye there, and really nice. And it says 8-inch, what's it, 8-inch figure, action figure, Toy Biz there, Hawkeye written across, really nice. Look at that presentation, man. You don't get that type of blazing artwork anymore in a lot of action figure toys anymore. It was probably not cost effective anymore. And on the side, we see it says Hawkeye, shows a nice artist rendering again of Hawkeye in action. On the back, check this out. On the back, it has a special offer for an Aunt May figure. This has got to be the ugliest version of Aunt May ever created. But at the time, once again, at the time, it was the only Aunt May figure ever offered in any type of action figure style. So a lot of people ordered it. And also, it was a cloth costume 8-inch action figure, which didn't really exist that much during that time of the 80s in superhero realm. So that's nice. Tells you indicia, tells you how to order Aunt May. Exclusive collectibles. Here we go. On this side, we got Hawkeye in action again and Hawkeye in words. We crack open the box and we see Hawkeye in a clamshell. There he is in all his 8-inch glory. Let's take him out and let's check out his articulation and accessories. Hawkeye didn't come with hardly any accessories other than what Hawkeye needs. And with it being an 8-inch figure, they figured we'll give you what we can for the price. Here we go. Hawkeye came with his bow. It's not collapsible or articulated in any way. It does have a string that moves that you can actually pull like a bow and string, but it doesn't collapse, doesn't move. It's a sturdy, hard plastic bow. Nicely done, though. It's got some nice little futuristic tech details on it. And he comes with his quiver. Nice, done in dark purple with little black washes in the crevices here, so it makes it a little darker on this. And this is hard plastic also. Malleable, but hard. And this is totally hard plastic as the actual quiver container. Comes with 3 arrows, and on the heads of the arrows, they have different things on the head. 2 explosive arrows and another different type of arrow, but no pointed arrows. But these are kind of cool. And they have such very, very big arrows, though. And there's not articulate feathers, or feathers aren't rubber. They're hard plastic. They're not particularly sculpted in with any type of detail at all. They just wanted to get it done and get it over with. It also comes with the Aunt May coupon that you can fill out and order that Aunt May exclusive. There's Aunt May's little picture in the corner right there. Let's take a look at the articulation on this figure. Hawkeye's articulation for 1998 was pretty limited, but very nice that he had articulation at all. He got a swivel on his head, 360. Arms could go up to about that high. That's a nice rotation, even for today's standards on an action figure with a cloth costume. Look at that. Yee-hoo! And he goes up that high. There's a swivel on the top of his bicep. Nice swivel on that. Elbow rotation, not a double joint, but a nice bend on his elbow. You got nice swivel on his wrist. Nice rotation, full rotation on his wrist too. No forearm rotation at all. And the same on the left. He has no ab crunch, because ab crunch actually wasn't invented yet when this came out. The ab crunch that we know today, that are in all our figures right now at Hasbro and everything, that wasn't invented with Toy Biz yet. So he has no ab crunch, but he does have a full 360 turn, which is inhibited by the fabric of his costume. So he can't turn full 60, but his body can. Thighs go out about this much, nice split. Look at that, very good articulation. Kick can go up about that high, goes back about this much. Leg, again, no double joints, because double joints also weren't created yet for action figures in mass yet in 1998. So that goes out like that. Foot kicks up about that much, back about this much. Full rotation of his calf and full rotation of the ankle, but because it's in a leather boot, it won't turn so far like that, but it can go full rotation. Pivot up, pivot down like that. Nice stuff. That's a pretty good articulation. Remember, 1998, this is pre-Hot Toys and everybody, so they didn't have any roadmap. This is pretty nice for them to do that. All right, let's take a look at this figure overall. You know, for the time, this Hawkeye figure is really cool with the cloth costume. They really try to do their best. His head is like a rubber, or a hard plastic. Sorry, rubber. Hard plastic. Can't squeeze it or anything like that. He has that kind of goofy, fun grin, like he just made the shot of a lifetime, and he's just, you know, a smartass like Hawkeye was depicted in the comic books at that time during the 80s and in television cartoons. And he's about to make. He has this fool's grin, like he just made a stupid joke. His fingers, he got the purple hard plastic hands, and then the purple rib of his gloves are in that faux leather. That's kind of nice that they did that. He didn't come with any hand swap out accessories, but look at that shooting hand like that. The 2 fingers going together like that before they grab the arrow and shoot it. That's kind of cool that they did that. The arrow is a little bit oversized, but once again, in 1998, they didn't have this stuff down to a science. In fact, like I was mentioning earlier, they only had maybe about, I think, 10 figures come out in the famous cover series. It lasted probably a full year, maybe a little over a year, and then they discontinued it. I guess it didn't do that well. But the nice faux leather on the fabric of Hawkeye's costume, and they really made him look very true, genuine to the source material of Hawkeye, how he looked in the comics in the 80s. Very nice. Very nice. The boots are faux. The boots are faux leather right there. And I'm holding him up because this figure's old and the joints are a little weak. I guess they didn't hold up with time well. Hard plastic on the quiver. Very nice here. The extra sash that hangs down, the belt. They did good stuff. And as you can tell, this costume wore well over years. This costume is many years old, and it still wore well. There's no snags in it. There's no fading of it. There's no breakage of any part of it. Even the faux leather that usually tends to crinkle and crush up as time goes by, it looks pristine. It looks like I just got this figure last week out of a store, and I'm the original owner of this figure since 1998, and he wasn't always in a box either. So that's very kudos to Toy Biz for that. So very nice with that figure. Look at that. Very good. And lift that up. His pants. He has a onesie on under there. This is the Harbinger to Mezco 112. Very nice. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our Throwback Thursday look at this 1998 Hawkeye from Toy Biz. Really a great figure. Once again, it's a harbinger to the Mezco 112. They stood on the shoulders of these guys. Toy Biz was all experimental in that time. At 1998, you couldn't find Marvel superheroes that were better articulated or better looking in their overall presentation than Toy Biz. They had the market on that stuff, and it was really phenomenal. Nowadays, if we look back on it, we go, oh, they didn't have ab crunch, they didn't have this, that looks kind of silly, that's oversized, But back then, it was the only game in town for collectors and for toy players. So it was really very nice to have at the time. Much respect and mad props to Toy Biz for doing this. Should you buy them? If you guys are into retro stuff and you like the Avengers or you like Marvel stuff or you're really into that, yeah, go get him. He's not hard to find. In fact, his value went down. He ran about, I think, $19.99 at the time. These famous covers ran about $19.99, and now you can find them on eBay and Amazon stuff for like $12.99, $14, $15. So they're just nice little accents to your collections if you just like to have collections of action figures from various times and various properties. Then he's a great addition to him. But other than that, he's just a fun piece. I wanted to share him with you guys. I will share other famous cover figures that I have in my collection from time to time on our Throwback Thursday editions. But thank you for joining us. Write down below and let me know. Do you like this guy? Do you like what Toy Biz did? How does he compare with the Mezco 112? Any of you Mezco 112 figure collectors, how does he compare with that? 8 inches tall. He's bigger than the Mezco figures are. Write down and let me know if you like this guy and if you like the famous cover line. I'll get back to you because I always do. And if you like this show today, hit the like button and subscribe. Scroll down. We got plenty more shows for you to look at. And thank you for joining us, because as you subscribe, we're going well over 2,000 subscribers right now. And that's because of you guys. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Check us out also on Facebook and Pinterest, because we got other things on there you don't see on the YouTube channel. Well, that's it, guys. And you know what? Playing with toys, even a throwback to 1998 on our fabulous Throwback Thursday of Hawkeye, an 8-inch Hawkeye from the guys over at Toy Biz. Action figure can be as fun as a barrel of monkeys. But respect the monkey. Play nice. Take care, guys.